Thank you and gracias. And kamsahamnida. I apologize for being late. I had to wear two hats today. I was a chiropractor and I was a neurologist at work, so I was very busy. We occupied. Okay, so this is the most important vitamin in the world because it's not a vitamin. Up to 80 to 90% of you is not human, it's bacteria. But you want to have good bacteria, friendly bacteria. That's why we need to take Atomy probiotics. First of all, I can tell you from personal experience, it's delicious. It tastes like blueberries. Okay. Number one there, it says it's 10 billion CFU. That means colony forming units. That's quite a bit. And the more you have of that, the better it is. Most bacteria live in your digestive system. And bacteria make a lot of the vitamins that you need every day, or allow the vitamins that you take in from Atomy to work better. We have 12 different kinds of bacteria, friendly bacteria, because these bacteria have to stay strong, because there are bacteria that want to beat them up and steal the good things that they have from them. So these bacteria, they have to exercise, they have to do push-ups and be strong so that they can defend themselves. We know what it's like to be invaded by people that don't belong here, because we've had millions of people come into the United States illegally. I am all for, my family are immigrants, but they came here legally. This goes on in the body every day between good bacteria and bad bacteria. We take good bacteria, and the more different types, the more diverse, the diversity that we have, the better off we are, because everybody has some input into helping you be healthier and stronger and happier, and to make God's world a better place for all of us. But you have to start with your world. And probiotics are the best way to start that way. We need them every single day of our life. As I already said, it's blueberry. I just take it and I dump it in my mouth. I guess you can dump it in something and mix it up and drink it, but I just dump it in my mouth. The hardest thing for me is to open the package, because sometimes it doesn't want to open. Okay, so there are different types of strains. I'm not going to go into it in depth, but lactobacillus, that's a lot of people know lactobacillus because lactose is milk sugar. Lactobacillus is something that you can get from milk sugar, but we get it right from our probiotics. Then there's bifidobacillus or bifidobacteria. We have 4 strains of those, 7 strains of the lactobacillus, and 1 strain of streptococcus bacillus. Now, I want to make sure you understand, because many of us, when we young, or your children, got strep throat. Strep throat is a bad thing, because there are streptococcus bacteria that are not friendly and they want to hurt you. But this streptococcus bacteria wants to keep you strong and wants to make you imperial master. So they're also, one of the ways to keep the bacteria strong is to make sure that they eat healthy food, good healthy food, and that's what prebiotics are for. So our probiotics, the bacteria, eat good healthy food to make sure that they are strong enough to fight off the bad bacteria when they attack. So the 3 things specifically that we have, it's called inulin, sun fiber AG, and vitafiber. All of them contribute to helping the probiotics be healthier and stronger and more resistant to being taken over. So as I've already said, Probiotics, most of them live in your digestive system, and they make your digestive system work better. Without probiotics, your digestive system shuts down. And without a digestive system, you cannot be healthy. It's impossible. So you want your digestive system and your brain to be able to communicate. Anything good in the world requires communication. When you communicate with your husband or wife, you have babies. When you don't, you have divorce lawyers. So in the body, when you communicate, you have good, healthy bacteria that beat up the bad bacteria, and the bad bacteria run away because they're cowards. Because that's what Atomy products do. It makes bad things run away like they're cowards. And this way, we can be up there, we can be strong. Just like in the Olympics. So we want friendly bacteria. Okay, now omega-3. Omega-3 is the most anti-inflammatory substance in the entire world. Okay? Everything that you could suffer from, whether it's diabetes, whether it's cancer, whether it's heart disease, whether it's depression even, it comes from inflammation. Inflammation happens in the body when the body gets attacked by something bad. So the inflammation surrounds it, and when you have a body that's working healthfully and you have good probiotics, then they can come and sweep it away. So it's omega-3 that gets rid of too much inflammation. Because when you have too much inflammation, you'll get heart disease, you'll get cancer, you'll get diabetes, you'll get depressed, you get anxious, you get Alzheimer's. You want to help your family prevent Alzheimer's, you want to make sure they take omega-3 and probiotics every single day. And in addition to that, make sure they can do good balancing. And if they can do that, then close your eyes too.
Wow.
I do that with every single patient I have that come to me. I make sure they do balance because that's making your brain work efficiently. But if you want a jet to be able to take off and land and take you to your destination, you have to have the best fuel so it could get there. Otherwise, it'll go boom. Omega-3 and probiotics will do that for you. It's the right fuel. Okay, so omega-3 has what are called essential fatty acids. Those fatty acids that your body cannot make by itself. So it has to get from the outside. Most people do not get enough essential fatty acids from the food that they eat. So we need to get it from our wonderful Atomy RTG omega-3. Again, to keep inflammation down. And there's not a part of your body that it doesn't help. So, there are two types of good omega-3. EPA, which is eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, which is docosahexaenoic acid. You do also want to have some inflammation in the body. You'll get that more from omega-6 fat. But you don't want to have too much omega-6 fat, only a little bit. So, ideally, you should have one omega-3 for one omega-6. When you get to 4 omega-6 and 1 omega-3, you start to get damage to the cell. When you start to get 10 omega-6 to 1 omega-3, you start to get inflammation in the body. When you get permanent damage in the body. When you get to 60 omega-3 to 1 omega-6 to 1 omega-3, you get basically you're very, very, very sick. All right, you cannot function. And the average person living in the United States, I don't care if you're white, black, green, blue, or purple, like Barney, is 27 to 1.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That is really bad. That's why we spend more money in the United States of America on healthcare than the next 10 countries combined. And we're one of the sickest. because we take too many drugs. When you decide to take these, when you tell your loved one to take these nutrients, you're going to help them get off of the drugs, be happy, be healthy, be productive, and you're going to help make God's world a better place. And with what I just shared with you, it's going to go a long way to do that. Probiotics and omega-3. So, and again, they're very easy to swallow. If you ever took omega-3, not from Atomy, first of all, once you take them, you're going to be tasting it all day long. And it's going to taste like fish. And I'm telling you, it doesn't taste like good fish. So this, very easy to swallow, and you don't taste that. And if you do, that's telling you, your body is saying, hey, you need more probiotics too, to help it. So you need omega-3 to get down the inflammation. Inflammation is way too much, and it's the cause of all your problems, mental and physical. You love your family, you love your children, make sure they have both probiotics and omega-3 in their life. Now, spirulina. Spirulina is the oldest micro blue-green freshwater algae on the planet. There are two states that your body can be in. One is acidic. Acidic invites bad. The other is alkaline. Alkaline invites good. You want your body to remain alkaline. The best thing that spirulina does is it remains alkaline. Now, it also is very, very helpful in making your blood healthy. As a matter of fact, chlorophyll, the molecule of chlorophyll looks very similar to the molecule of hemoglobin, which is the major molecule that your blood is made of. So blood is known as the river of life. If you want life, you need spirulina. That's chlorophyll. That's what the molecule of chlorophyll and the molecule of hemoglobin look very, very similar. You change just a couple of bonds in there, and they're the same thing. So, and we get ours in very pure waters in Kona, Hawaii, which anybody that wants me to do a better job of teaching next time, send me to Hawaii so I can do research for you. So it's suggested that we take at least 2 of these a day. I think you may consider taking a little bit more. I take 4 of them a day because I want to get into an alkaline state. Because when you remain in an alkaline state, you're going to remain healthy. You're going to remain happy. And as Dr. Sid Williams, the president of Life College, Life University, where I graduated chiropractic school with high honors, used to say, and I feel terrific. Well, now in my life, I feel healthy, I feel happy, and I feel terrific with Atomy. So, here are some of the main bullet points. As I've already said, it's the longest surviving microblue-green freshwater algae. It doesn't come from the ocean, it comes from fresh water. And it grows in alkaline water, and it thrives in alkaline water, and that's what makes you thrive. It's very high in protein, but you don't have to eat a whole steak for it to be high in protein. You just need a little capsule. That's why I take 4 of them. And it is so concentrated good that the World Health Organization and other what I call alphabet organizations recommend it, and UNICEF is one of them, which is specifically created to help undernourished children. We don't have a very big problem with children dying in the United States of undernourishment, but we have a huge problem of undernourishment with children in the United States. But they're not enough to die, so they don't get enough attention. But children, when they go to school, they can't even concentrate because of inflammation, and they're not getting the right protein. You want children in your community to improve, get them in an alkaline state. Spirulina is one of the fastest ways to do that. So, and even NASA that goes to the moon, and now they want to go to Mars, they approve it as a potential food for space travel. Now and if you don't know, you could imagine, if you're going to the moon, you probably don't have a lot of space. You're not going in a Range Rover. You're going in a little small space. So the food you eat can't take up a lot of room. So it's got to have a lot of punch in the little space. And spirulina will help you do that. And so will omega-3, and so will probiotics. So what that will do, all of these things will do, is it'll help you have very healthy insides. Your skin is a mirror of what's going on the inside of your body. So if your body is functioning well on the inside, most likely it's going to function much better on the outside. And if you have some challenges, then we have things like Absolute Skincare, and we have Synergy Ampoule, and things like that. So because we have things called antioxidants. Many people know what that word is now, especially after COVID. Antioxidants fight the bad guys. They're like different patrols that patrol around in the body, and they see things that don't belong there, and they say, hey, get out. Either you're going to get out willfully, or I'm going to beat you up and get rid of you. And that's what antioxidants do. And you need many different types of antioxidants from many different types of food and or nutrients, and you're going to get them from our spirulina. So that's my presentation for tonight. Woo. I am blessed and grateful that I got invited to be here. Remember, get down the inflammation, keep your probiotics high, and it will help you make God's world a better place. And if nobody told you they love you today, Dr. Art does. Yeah. That's it.